For this video, I'll be showing you how to use both NeoLoad and Jenkins to run load tests in your CI environments. So let's start. In order to do that, if you want to reproduce what I'm going to be doing here, you'll be needing a Jenkins server with NeoLoad installed on it, and also an SSH server so that you can run command lines on your Jenkins, as well as an SSH and an SCP client to be able to connect to the SSH server. We'll be here using Debian for this demo, but you can pretty much use any OS as long as it's an OS supported by both Jenkins and NeoLoad. You're welcome to do that. So that means any flavor of Linux, Unix, Mac OS, or Windows. You'll just need, depending on the different flavors, to adapt to the command lines we'll be seeing here. Also, you'll need for this demo, in order to be able to run tests, to have a NeoLoad free license that you can, of course, get for free on our website. So first things first, let's see what we'll be doing here for this course. First, we'll set up the environment to be able to have all the components installed on the Jenkins server. Afterwards, we'll be setting up a NeoLoad project and we'll push it to the Jenkins server to run that project and to run a test. Finally, we'll configure a freestyle job in Jenkins to use the NeoLoad plugin in Jenkins, and then we'll finally be running the test by simply launching a build. So let's set up the environment first. So what we'll be doing here is first installing the Jenkins plugin, the NeoLoad Jenkins plugin, and then pushing a license on the Jenkins server. So let's first install the Jenkins plugin. Let's go here on our Jenkins server. You can see I've got a server running here. So in order to install it, I'll go to Manage. I'll go here to Manage Plugins, then to Available, and type NeoLoad in this box to install NeoLoad. And then I'll ask for Jenkins to restart automatically. So that's the very first step to install the Jenkins plugin. Now that this is done, what I'll be doing is installing the license on the Jenkins server. So to do that, I'll go here to Terminal. You can see here I've got two terminals. The one on the right is on my Mac. The one on the left is the one to the Jenkins server. I'm connected to SSH. So here, in order to transfer the license, I've already downloaded my license on my local machine. So I'll be using SCP to push it to the Jenkins server. I need to be on my own machine. Documents. Notice this is where I store my licenses. And this is the license I'm going to be pushing. So it's a free license. And I'm going to be pushing it to my Jenkins server. So on 10.0.4.1.1.9. And I'll be putting it in the home of my user and renaming the license license.lic. Here it is. Now my license is pushed. And what I need to do is I need to put it in the right folder and give it the proper user rights so that the Jenkins user can see and use that license. So now I'm going to go here on my Jenkins server. Let's clear the screen. And I'm going to move that license that's now here to the Jenkins user directory. So it's in here. As I've got NeoLoad installed, I do have this folder here. Now it's moved, and I give the user rights to the Jenkins user on this license. Here we go. Now, it belongs to the Jenkins user. Let's check that everything worked correctly. Here we go. So I can see my licenses here, and it belongs to the Jenkins user. So that was the very first step, setting up the environment. So just to summarize here, what I've done is I've installed the NeoLoad plugin and I've provided a license on the controller. So you can see here the different commands to run, providing a license to the NeoLoad controller. Now the next step, once everything is set up, is to have a NeoLoad project. So here, of course, if you already have a project in mind, you can use that to run your project. What I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to use the sample project that is available with any NeoLoad. So first, I'll open NeoLoad. It's open here. And I'm going to open the sample project by clicking here. That way, NeoLoad will generate a project for me that I'm going to be able to use. As I know this project can't run out of the box, I'll do some changes before I push it with SCP. And so I'll change some things before I push it on the Jenkins server. So here I've opened the project. First thing is I'm going to take out all one emulation because I didn't install it on my Jenkins server. So let's go up here. Wrong button, it was here. I'll go at the very top to select unlimited. Here, let's check on this one. Yes, I'll take out also one emulation everywhere here. Unlimited. Here we go. Do I have other ones? No. Okay. And now I check the settings here to check that I can run my project. I can see, yes, this one doesn't have a zone, so I'll give a zone there. And there's one thing I'm going to do because you can see here my test runs for quite some time. I'll run it for 5 minutes. Here we go, and apply to all to have a shorter test. And you can see here my scenario is called one impact local. So I'm going to need to remember this because I'm going to be using that in Jenkins to run my test. So now I can close my NeoLoad project. I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to push it on the Jenkins server. So here, same thing as when I was using the license, I'm going to use SCP. It's going to be recursive here to send everything. It's in NeoLoad project. So this is where my project is created. And I'm going to push this to the same server. Here we go in the home directory of my user. And now my project is going to be pushed to the Jenkins server. Let's see here and check. So I'm going to use the same. I'm going to do it the same way as I did for the license. So I'm going to move this, and it needs to be recursive. So I'll be here, and I'm going to be pushing it in var lib Jenkins NeoLoad projects. And as earlier, I'm going to ask Jenkins to own the project. So here recursive for the Jenkins user in the Jenkins group. Jenkins NeoLoad projects and sample project. So now let's check here. Perfect. So now Jenkins owns that project. So now that I've completely set up and pushed all I needed on the Jenkins server, I just have one thing to do. It's to configure the freestyle project in Jenkins and then run the test.